All right, ready?
I feel like I should do some warm-ups.
Warm up, warm up, warm up, warm up, warm up.
Red leather, yellow leather, red leather, yellow leather.
Pip, pop, dipidity, get the pip, pop, pip, hippity. Hello, friends, and welcome to 10 Points Under, the show in which 10 points can get you to the center of a Tootsie Pop. My name's True.
And I'm Bigga Bullfrog.
How's it going, Taylor?
What's going on, right, Mr. True? How about yourself?
I'm doing swell.
Oh, good.
Doing
Good.
all right.
I'm glad.
All right. Well, we got a game for you guys this week. Taylor, do you want to take it away on what we're seeing today?
Yes, I do, Mr. True. What we're seeing here today is game number 2 in round 1. Well, I guess it's not technically game number 2. I don't remember what number it is, but another game from round 1 of Online Heroscape Season 34. You know, all that stuff that you see in the title of the video. Today we're watching Sir Heroscape and Dysole duke it out in their round 1 battle. We've got Sir Heroscape up on the left in the blue start zone, and Dysole over on the right in the yellow start zone. I believe that start zone is full. So, but I think those are yellow dots. Both cool players, both people we've watched before, and we can expect a really good game from them.
Sick. Dysole being a personal favorite of mine because of what the order markers are usually named. But, I mean, I am not biased. Not biased here. So
No, not biased at all, but
nope.
It is pretty cool when you can root for Lightning McQueen over there in the wood box.
Oh my gosh, Lightning McQueen, that's so good. That is Quayhan's new nickname is Lightning McQueen.
Right?
Officiated. I deemed it the official nickname.
Congratulations, Quayhan.
Yep.
And
I definitely have the authority to do that as well.
Over there on the right, we do have Lightning McQueen, aka Quayhan, who is the blue dragon from the C3V custom project thingamajigger, as well as 4 squads of Marden hounds to accompany her into battle. Again, I'll probably just say this every time, but with these C3V custom figures, for those of you who don't know what they do, I always have card links in the description below. So you can just visit that, click on them, check them out, have them open the other tab while you're watching or listening or whatever you're doing, which will be especially useful for Sir Heroscape's army as well, because his whole army is C3V figures. He has 4 squads of guerrilla troopers, as well as, I should have looked up the pronunciation on this name because I should know it. And I'm going to reveal how much of a nerd I'm not. Zaeus?
Zaeus. I believe that is how we say it. Is Zaeus.
Yeah, I've always said Zaeus. I've meant to look it up just to make sure I'm not butchering it, because I know it's a real name from Planet of the Apes.
Do they have a pronunciation guide on the Book of Zaeus?
They definitely do not, although that should be included.
Heroscapers, come on, man. We have some complicated names.
Right?
We need a pronunciation guide.
Yeah. Otherwise, how do we know if it's Quayhan or Quahon?
Maybe Zaeus is this Zebe, Maybe
you never really know.
Yeah. Also, the official name is Zaeus, Zebe, because
what?
Zaeus' official nickname is Zebe because he is Bay.
Zebe?
Yes.
Oh dear, True.
Yep. And that will be it for today's episode, guys. I'll see you guys all next week.
Yep. From here on out, I'm doing this solo. Anyway, quick thing about the Guerrilla Troopers, they shoot stuff. They're another complicated card. They do a lot of cool things, but there's a lot of stuff going on the card. But they're the big brothers of the Guerrilla Naders, and Zaeus has a railgun, so that's pretty cool too.
Noticeable abilities is tough on those troopers there, so that's going to be a tough nut to crack, although the Marden Hounds don't really care about that, so.
That's true. Neither does Quayhan, because she has her Lightning Breath special attack, which ignores that extra shield as well.
So in other words, it's going to be a sad day for Sir Heroscape. Maybe. If anything has shows in our last video, that was just straight up absurdity. Yeah,
so, not to spoil it, but those are probably the craziest stats I've ever seen from both Deathwalkers and Templar Cavalry.
Yep. Indeed. But anyway, let's get us rolling there, my dude.
Alrighty. Let's go ahead and get her going.
Oh my gosh, Dysole, you're just
Like Honolulu.
Honolulu, Honduras, Hong Kong. Oh man, there's just a finesse in which they use nicknames, and I just can't help it. It's just too good.
It's Heroscape on just a whole nother level. It takes it from a game into an art form.
Into an art form, indeed. Looks like Dysole is going to go for the early treasure glyph.
Yep, going to go for that grab with Quahan. Oh, and a 3 for the trap.
Yep, right off the bat. Bum. Wow.
And a skull for the trap as well, so that means that Lightning McQueen is going to take a wound there. The trap for this game, you can see right there, kind of at the bottom in the middle, is they're going to be rolling an unblockable attack die against every figure standing on a glyph.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, it's a pretty cool trap. It's one of my favorite traps that I've seen around.
We'll see what happens with these Gorilla Troopers. Hopefully, Sir Heroscape spreads them out to save face from Quahan's special.
Yeah, he really needs. I mean, it's kind of a juggling act. He doesn't want to get caught too much where Quahan can hit multiple Gorilla Troopers at the same time. But also, if Quahan bum rushes it in there and starts targeting tons of Gorilla Troopers, then they're able to hit her back with their autocannons, which is basically, so Gorilla Troopers have a big beefy melee attack of 5, but they also have a ranged attack option where they can shoot. I think it's a range 5 attack 3 option that they can use, and if they don't move, then they can attack twice with it. That can
Excuse me, Taylor. It is exactly what you said.
Oh,
looking at their card right now.
Oh, snap.
Adds +4 to their range and -2 from their attack.
Yeah, and beefy attacks kind of hurt against squishy heroes as well. But in other news, Koi Honduras just got a 4 for the trap and another skull.
So, in my opinion, do you even go for the glyph again at that point? Like, I don't even think that the glyph has as much value. Like, no. I don't know. I just don't feel like a glyph is worth risking 2 of your turns. Like, the first turn, sure, but the second one, seems a little greedy.
Sure, with the mobile hero, like with most heroes, I still wouldn't do it just because I'd want to get my hero further out into the board. Quahan can fly, so that's a little bit easier. But looking at the glyph list, which is also in the middle there above the trap, you can see what glyphs they've got for this event, and you've got attack +1, which is not great against Gorilla Troop. I mean, it's fine, but you're going to be using your special attack, so you don't care. Mm-hmm. You've got Bridge of Shielding, which is disengage. You don't really care about that either. +3 defense once is nice. Like, I could see maybe going for that. +2 melee attack once. Again, you're using your special attack. Searing Intensity, which basically turns your dude into a fire elemental. That's not bad, but then you're, rushing really, really hard in against the Gorilla Troopers, and that's probably not worth it because then you just get hit hard right back.
That's saying for our viewers, that is a 1.6% chance that I fail the trap twice and roll 2 skulls.
Yeah, that's crazy odds. But
seems good. Good.
Yeah, but I just don't. I mean, obviously that's crazy low odds that happens, but I still don't think any of the rewards were quite worth even just the 1 wound, to me.
After the first one, I'd be like, I'm done. Let's just attack some Gorilla Troopers, especially with how Sir Heroscape tends to play. He tends to send 1 squad up and advance super hard and be super aggressive. I don't know. That's just me speculating. Yeah.
No, I agree. Definitely with Quahan, you want to be playing the zoning game as much as possible. And
and that's a pretty hefty attack from Dysole. 2 skulls, but not even phasing Sir Heroscape there. 2 shields on both times.
Yeah. I mean, it's 2 skulls usually are going to kill at least one of those things, but I mean, also that's going to happen. Puts Dysole in a pretty sketchy position because those Gorilla Troopers can really put the pain down on Quahan.
The thing is I don't think Zaeus is in range to attack.
No.
4, 5, 6, 7. But I guess getting up close to Quahan with 5 attack dice is not ideal.
I mean, I'd do it, especially where Sir H hasn't taken any damage yet. Definitely worth getting the 5 attack in on Quaihan with one of those guys, and he can shoot with another guerrilla trooper. I am kind of surprised that he didn't use one of his first order markers to move up Zaeus to get him into a turret position. Because another thing about the guerrilla troopers, if you haven't seen their card before, is they do have an attack bonding with prima donn heroes, with the prima donnas.
Yes, the prima donnas.
Yeah. So if you get Zaeus up a little bit, he's got 7 range with his railgun attack, and he can just act as a turret to shoot stuff. Granted, when they use their attack bonding, they also cannot use their auto cannons, but that just means you're getting in big beefy melee attacks anyway. So,
very interesting. It looks like Sir Heroscape is not going to go for 2 attacks of 5. Instead, he's going to go for an attack of 3 and an attack of 5.
Yeah. I mean, he couldn't get that second one adjacent to Quaihan anyway. He was 1 space too far away.
Oh, bummer. Okay, I did not see that.
Yeah, it's okay, True. I got your back.
Thanks, man. I appreciate it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, anytime you need me to got your back, I got your back.
Yeah, this is not going to feel great, especially since Quaihan already has 2 wounds from a glyph.
Right.
So we'll see. We'll see what happens.
Need to believe in the power of Quaihan Kong.
With Lightning McQueen's power.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens.
Those gorillas will try to shoot her, and she'll just go ka-ching.
Ka-ching. Ka-chow.
Or yeah, that was a ka-chow.
There we go.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
I am not sure why he attacked with 3 dice there.
So that second attack was the ranged attack. The first one was the melee one, and so he could have used his big beefy 5 attack dice. He might have misread the card, because usually squads are kind of an all or nothing. If you do, like, for example, if you're attacking with range, they all attack with range, kind of like with the Morrow Warriors. You either phone with all of them or you shoot with all of them. But the guerrilla troopers are different, where they have the flexibility, and one can shoot from range and the other can use a melee attack. So
actually, it is together. It says before attacking, you may add 4 to the range number and subtract 2 from the attack number of this army card.
Oh, there you go. Oh, okay. Yep, that is correct. So that's an oversight on my part. Where I was getting confused is where if one of them doesn't move, it can attack twice.
That's correct.
Instead of if none of them move, then they all can attack twice. Okay, my bad. Like I said, guerrilla troopers are kind of a complicated card.
Kind of complicated, yes.
So what do you think Dysole does here? You've got 3 wounds on Quaihan already.
I think I start with the Marden Hounds, trying to get their plague off. That way, it frees up Quaihan a little bit. It advances your Marden Hounds up a little bit. The Grillinators get to potentially take some shots, but I mean, if any hounds survive, they can kind of rush into the start zone a little bit, be aggressive.
Yeah, I could see that. Looks like Dysole is doing the exact opposite of that.
Yep, rolling that 1.
Yep.
That's
just going full on Quahonky Tonk, Quahoney Suckle, and Quahantavirus.
Yep. Do you move Zaeus up here? No?
At this point, no. Like, if you're gonna move Zaeus, you just move him on order marker 1. And if you don't do that, then you just can't really afford to lose the momentum, especially against a dragon.
Oof, and this is just brutal because...
Yeah. Well, that's some good defense from Dysole. You know, rolling 2 shields twice is pretty good. So that's, big bullet dodged by Dysole.
Could have been much, much worse. I agree, Dysole. I agree.
But at the same time, still nothing really going her way, other than those more than decent defense rolls.
Indeed. You definitely got to go for the special here, hopefully.
With your greased lightning. Oh,
Dysole. Oof. See, this is why I would have started with the Marden Hounds. Just so that, again, like, Quaihan was engaged. You could potentially get up to those Grillinators right there and just start plaguing them out, but...
Right. Yeah, I can definitely see... And that would also, like, just kind of confuse Sir Heroscape targets, if that makes sense. If you're getting more figures into the mix, then he's got more targets to pick from, and that can make it better on you if he isn't, choosing the right things.
Right.
That said, I mean, like, you can usually count on Quei Han to kill both of those guys right there. But
I mean, with both the attacks from Quei Han, but you could
yeah,
also anticipate Quei Han picking up the glyph
yeah.
2 turns in a row. But
I
I
think
mean,
at this time, we just need to say Quei Han that we tell her that we appreciate her, but it's time for her to retire.
it's like, what the crap, dude.
Yeah, that too.
In this point, I think Dysole should just switch dice.
Yeah. Sometimes you just gotta hit refresh, log out, log in.
Indeed. We'll see what happens with Sir Heroscape. If he gets 2 extra turns here, that could be really bad for Dysole.
Oh yeah, still good defense dice though.
Indeed. Yes, very true.
Okay.
Or not.
Yeah, maybe not. And that's where, like, I don't know that I would have put as many, because she's got 3 order markers on Quei Han. One of them might be the X, but that's still a lot of investment to go into a dragon who
Yeah.
is almost dead and really close to 5 attack squad figures.
Really, I can't agree with that. I think the hounds were the best choice for this turn. But I mean, if Dysole got some lucky attacks in, it could have definitely swung back in their favor. So
I mean, yeah, it's true. And a lot of this game is kind of hinging on just like those few key kills. I mean, like, if any of those attack rolls went different for Quei Han, or if not taking a bunch of unnecessary wounds from treasure glyphs had happened for Quei Han, like, we'd be watching a completely different game right now.
oh, for sure, definitely. But alas, not exactly what happened. But that said, Martin Hounds can definitely come back into this game.
Yeah, with a base 5 defense, that should give them, hopefully enough defensive power to be able to make it up adjacent to the Guerrilla Troopers, and then their plague can bite past their tough. So it's going to turn into a lot of D20 rolling that Dysole's going to need on her side, which hasn't been great so far. But
Yeah.
hey, there's time for dice to change.
We'll see if Dysole had the foresight to see if Quei Han died or not, but yeah, we'll just have to see. Looks like some discussion there about Quei Han being a dud in the game, and I can only kind of agree with that.
Yeah.
Not even filling up any of her points.
Yeah. If anything, being negative points.
Oh yeah.
I mean, like, I think I can kind of agree with what Dysole said. Maybe a bit more protection on her and would have been in order, but also, yeah, just a crazy progression of events right there.
Yeah, like I said, probably should have moved the Martin Hounds first this round and had your second order marker on Quei Han, but you can only do so much, man.
Yeah, and a big part of Heroscape is being able to adapt when things aren't going in your favor. Kind of like those couple of attacks as well for Dysole.
Let's just hope that Quei Han was number 3. Oof.
Oh shoot.
Let's just hope that the D20 is now in her favor.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that's a lot of momentum loss. Holy cow. That's a huge risk to put on a dragon who had.
Yeah, not ideal, man. Not ideal.
Not ideal.
We'll see what happens.
There's a chance. There's always a chance.
There is always some chances to be had. Indeed. Some hasty hounds would be really nice. Get like 8 move here. Win initiative. Oh, and a tie for initiative. Oh, Dysole.
Oh,
my dude. That's not what you wanted.
And things were looking up for a second, but yeah, it's got some G troopers knocking on your door.
Yeah. On the bright side, the Guerrilla Troopers are going to have to move to hit more figures than they can right now.
Yeah. Although, honestly, I think that's not super bright because that just means they're going to spread out more and be more of a pain to pick off. Oh, going right up in there.
Yeah. Just gonna 5 attack dice. This seems kind of gutsy.
It's pretty in character for Sir Heroscape.
Yep, that's exactly what I was thinking. Like, Dysole blocked those 2 attacks, and now the Martin Hounds are going to be able to plague him.
Yeah, I probably would have moved around on height to get autocannons, because if you don't move one of those troopers, it gets 2 attacks. That said, this is effectively locking Dysole in her start zone. So
not necessarily, though. Well, maybe I'm thinking of the before attacking you must. Yeah. So Dysole can move around the Guerrilla Troopers here and potentially get some plague kills there.
Yeah, hopefully that plague is working for her.
At least that's what I would personally do. Maybe move that Marten Hound on road to that bush so it gets the jungle cover.
Yeah, it might even be a good chance to like move the Hound on road up super far to be able to start getting into Sir Heroscape's start zone and getting more plague rolls. Because I feel like, I mean, I'm not an expert with Marten Hounds, but I feel like if you're rolling in more plague rolls, especially against expensive squad figures like the troopers, you're going to be happier because that's more chances to succeed.
Oh yeah.
Also, you don't want to overextend that much though when you're, well, maybe you do, because
at this point, Dysole needs some really swingy plays here.
yeah,
Like
she's so behind that if she doesn't play risky, she's just going to lose anyway.
Like at this point, Sir Heroscape either abandons the Grillin troopers in the start zone. Like I would just make him focus on the guys that are getting destroyed in the back, rather than the guys in in my start zone. But
yeah, and the strength that Dysole has over the troopers right now is that she does get to activate 3 figures per turn instead of 2. And so that's
it looks like Dysole only activated 2.
I think she only moved 2, and then she'll attack with 3. I don't know why she didn't move a third one up even just a little bit further, but
that doesn't seem great. Maybe thinking that if Dysole kills the Grill Troopers here, like the one that is moved up will just be picked off by the ones in the back. I don't know.
Maybe. I mean, yeah, I don't know. I just think getting Hounds up further and making Sir Heroscape's attacks less obvious is more key at this point.
Like I said, you need some swings in your favor, and this is not swingy. This is being
this is very safe. Very safe.
At this point, if I was Sir Heroscape, I wouldn't worry about the multiple attacks. I'd move some Gorilla Eaters from the backup and start auto-cannoning there.
You would.
That's, you know what? Yeah, that's fair.
I'm sure we know what Sir Heroscape's going to do, though.
Yep, that's fair. Sir Heroscape's going to auto-cannon, getting 4 attacks in, that's fine.
I mean, you could just tear him apart, really, but...
Yeah, I mean, with how dice rolls have been going, like...
Yeah, and I mean, like, where Sir Heroscape has the range, and his reserve troopers aren't really in danger of getting hit at this point. I don't think it's a bad idea to just focus on your forward troopers. I would maybe move the one there is one that he can move up and also get an autocannon shot in. I would do that, and then maybe do some attacks with a forward one, but...
Yeah.
I'm sure he's just going to activate the front 2, though.
Neither are really bad options. I would just prefer to move the back ones up just so that my forward momentum would never, like, decrease necessarily.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's a smart move.
I think that's what he's trying to debate right now, too. Yep. Thinking it out.
Why are you thinking it out, Sir Heroscape? You know you just want to lay waste with those front guys.
That's exactly what he's tempted to do. Just lay waste. Just get them. Get them all.
He's probably like, I really want to lay waste. But I know True and Taylor are totally judging me right now. That's
right. I am completely judging you. Just keep that in mind the next time you guys decide to let us record shows. Yep, and that's
a big melee attack.
Oh, okay. Just attacking once.
Yeah, I mean, damage.
If you're activating the front 2, you just go for 4 attacks, right?
I mean, I can see it either way. Honestly, I think that's the decision Sir Heroscape was thinking about rather than does he reinforce. I think he was thinking, do I risk it for 4 attacks or do I just go with 2 big attacks? And personally, I think Sir Heroscape is so far ahead that doing the 2 attacks a little bit better because all he needs is consistent damage at this point. He doesn't need to risk killing 4 guys in one go. All he needs to do is just keep trading evenly and he'll be fine.
So Dysole has 8 move here. I would not even bother with the 2 guys in my start zone at this point. They're tangled up with hounds. I would send some hounds right past them and just hinge on the plague because that's what you need at this point. You need some swingy plays. Like you need to rely on some D20 rolls.
And instead she's just repositioning around those front troopers, which I mean I completely agree. I think that she should just rely on the plague for those 2 and then run 3 hounds up closer to be able to get more attacks in, to get more plague rolls in. because focusing on only 2 figures in Sir Heroscape's army is not going to win her the game.
And I mean, think of it this way. You have 3 hounds on road. That's 11 move. That front one can go 9, 10, 11.
You can get up in that first little divot.
The
road on this map is a little deceptive because it doesn't go as far as you want it to go. But
yeah, that's strange. And not quite getting the wounds on those plague rolls.
Yeah, just short.
I still don't. Yeah.
And
because your attacks aren't going to be getting a whole lot of kills. Like that tough matters.
Yeah, here. Tough plus 3 defense is huge. Really, really hard to kill with any kind of normal attack. And so, yeah, I mean, I really think Dysole needs to be maximizing just plague rolls and putting her in a position where she can do that.
I'm just saying, not biased here, but come on, my man or lady, do your thing. That said, it could just be the disparage that Quahan totally got wrecked.
Right.
First round, like that could be pretty disparaging.
Yeah, and especially Dysole has not done any damage in this whole game yet, which is definitely.
Yeah, that's rough business.
Yeah, that's a mindset killer right there alone. Yeah, I mean, like this is a hard game after having an opening like that with Quahan, and especially losing 2 turns. It was 2 turns. Yeah, losing 2 turns from Quahan. That's a big. It's hard to come back from that mentally.
Yeah, and this is 10 points under on the psychology of Heroscape.
Okay, like legit though, I would totally do a segment where we just talk about the psychology of Heroscape because I think it's fun.
I think that would be
when you mind game your opponent.
Interesting segment.
Yeah, mind gaming on 10 points under.
So what's the statistics here of that plague coming off, right? Like that should be a lot higher than what's been rolled currently.
Yeah, so it's 16 or higher, right? Yeah, yep. So that's a 25% chance that the plague goes off. She's rolled for it 4 times, so on average she's killed 1 trooper by now, which still, like, that's not even a lot. That's why I think you need to engage even more troopers so that you can be rolling for it more, so that you have more chances for it to just be successful. Although, I mean, odds are kind of a weird thing to talk about the way this game has gone so far, because on average, Quahan kills a bunch of stuff.
Yeah, not great. Not great.
On average, Quahan picks up the treasure glyph. And not a super useful treasure glyph on average, but, she doesn't take 2 wounds from it.
That's true. That's very true. Just the stats are not there.
Yeah. Sometimes you just need to defy the stats,
Just got to go beyond.
Go beyond stats. Hey, there's a 19.
There's a 19. That is a dead grill trooper. There's an 18.
There we go. There's some movement.
This is a good turn. Not bad.
And honestly, a few more turns like that, and the game can totally change for Dysole because Sir Heroscape has 6 more troopers.
Yeah, 6 troopers, not great. I mean, they're good.
I mean, it's still good. I mean, it's still definitely in Sir Heroscape's favor for sure. But 6 troopers against 7 hounds. Granted, Zaeus is in there as well, so that's a thing. But if Dysole can get some, I would say decent, but some definitely above decent plague rolls, she can be in a good place. If her luck can switch, she can be in a good place and be able to just turn this game around. Zaeus is still going to be tough because, I mean, he's got pretty good stats, but
4 defense versus 3 attack, not fantastic odds. But I mean, still, automatic wounds are automatic wounds.
Mm-hmm.
That's also one thing I've been thinking about watching other people play like fire elementals and stuff is I just don't feel like they're very aggressive with them.
Yeah, and I think there's a time and place for conservativeness, and I think playing defensive in general is, if your opponent is going incredibly offensive against you and you're just playing defensive, you can usually pick them off and you can get enough value and be fine. I just think that this is the wrong time/place for defensive playstyle, where Dysole needs so many swings in order to claim the game.
That's very true.
That said, Dysole took the initiative.
There we go. That's 8 move hounds. can get some hounds pretty
With
far.
the Hound of Silence.
That's right. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Not quite close enough to get some dudes in there. I think Dysole's trying to figure out how they want to move their doggy boys.
I mean, she can still get in some pretty good spots with some jungle cover. And this is why I think, even if she'd sent out one hound each turn in her previous turns, like that just get her that much closer to being able to get in more rolls.
Yeah, especially like we just saw, like none of those attacks went through on those guerrilla troopers. It was the automatic wounds that got them.
Yeah, like you can't be relying on the attacks at all.
That is why. Just gotta go for it. Gotta risk it for the biscuit.
Get that biscuit. I will say though, probably the biggest disappointment of the game, in my opinion, from what I've observed, is that Sir Heroscape isn't even trying on the order marker pun game.
Yeah, what the heck? Sir Heroscape, I know you're better than this. Come on, man. Get your game together. Dysole is crushing you in these puns.
Yeah, and that's the battle that really matters.
That's right. Even Dysole, at the very end of her turn, says Dysole is punned. Like, come on. Come on.
Yeah. So actually, I don't know if I told you, but I figured out why that is. That's just like, if you log in with the username Dysole, every time you click done, it becomes punned. And that's just like, I guess, an Easter egg that the developer of the app left for her.
That's some good stuff there.
Right? It's pretty neat.
And that is why you got to pun. Because if you don't pun, you don't damage your opponent's psyche. And that's what matters.
The moral victory that we care about here at 10 Points Under. That's it.
That was a nasty attack there. Oh my gosh, Sir Heroscape.
Yeah, attack dice just doing really, really well for him.
Oh, okay. There we go.
There we go. There's some good defense there.
And again, I think you just completely leave that guerrilla trooper alone that's engaged with the hound and just charge your other hands forward.
Well, so Dysole rolled a 4, so those hounds only have 4 move now, at least for this turn.
I mean, 4 moves still gets you engaged with stuff.
Not with stuff that she's not already engaged with. None of her hounds are close enough. Again, another reason why I think she should have been taking advantage of the 8 move when she had it earlier.
Yep, I agree. Hard for me to disagree there. Although, can get another hound into that shadow. 1, 2, 3, 4. No,
not quite the shadow.
Not quite.
But I mean, she can get into position to charge in the next turn. This is a bad time to lose that momentum, though, because I mean, Sir Heroscape's developing his reinforcements. You want to be pressuring him.
Yeah, this is not great. Not great indeed. You gotta maximize your movement when you can. Don't even worry about attacks in this kind of game. Yeah. Like if hounds were in that start zone right now, Dysole would be rolling multiple d20s in a turn, and that's where the strength of the Marten hounds really lies. Yeah, especially against high cost squad figures like the guerrilla troop. I mean, like each guerrilla trooper is what, 50 points? 52.5 points. 52.5 points. So, I mean, that's pretty big. So each time you get a hit, that's really good value that you're getting. Sir Heroscape finally chilling on his attack rolls a little bit. Does still kill a hound and is going to get one more attack from height. We'll see what happens. Hopefully some chilled out attacks again. Yeah, not that we're biased or anything, but hopefully some more chilled out. Again, not biased. Not biased. We're just pulling for Dysole after her. After that Quahan, I'm sorry. Yeah. Like that was literally brutal. I can't help it. Sir Heroscape, nothing against you, but you annihilated that Quahan, and that was painful. You deserve some retribution. 8 move for the hounds this turn, so that is going to let Dysole get a lot of hounds into position. Again, once you get 2 hounds in there, just run right past them. Right, yeah, he can develop another one up to the north, get in position to go to the start zone. There's a lot of options available for these doggios. No, Dysole, stop it!
Or you can just keep engaging him. I mean, like, that hound wasn't really in a position to go anywhere else, so I can kind of understand that. I do still think that I would have swung a hound up to the north. But hey, there's a plague
all
hit.
right. No, that gets it.
That gets it. That gets it, Dysole.
No, what are you doing, Dysole? That gets it.
You got it. You kill it, Dysole. Kill it. Kill the trooper.
Kill it.
Shoot. Oh, okay.
Okay, there we go.
Sir Heroscape doing the chivalrous thing.
Yep. Okay. Yep.
16 plus, 16 or higher.
Not 17. Not 17.
Yeah, 17 is for dividers and other stuff in the game.
Indeed. I'm glad we caught that.
Yeah, good thing we told him through time and space, and Sir Heroscape heard us.
As you guys all know, we can transcend time and space by shouting as loud as we can into the mics.
We won't show you right now.
It was the one next to the tree. Indeed. Indubitably.
So that's a little more headway, and getting rid of that center trooper really opens up options for Dysole, because now she can charge straight through. So that's pretty nice for her.
Oh, but, Sir Heroscape, that's not what you were hoping for.
Oh, no, he's just going to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, I guess he can just railgun. Now we see Zaeus coming into play. So Zaeus with the railgun has 7 range and 4 attack, and if he deals excess damage to his first target, he can deal rollover damage to another target next to the first target. So he does have the opportunity for some splash damage, especially with 3 skulls.
Oof.
Luckily, 2 shields means only 1 dead hound for Dysole. But
of Corsica. I have never heard of that before. Damn.
Which is, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, that hound was in a really good spot too, unfortunately. It could have charged right and gotten engaged to 2 back guerrilla troopers. So
I still think this backhound can 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
it
7,
can't
8.
Over the water. It can get next to Zaeus, but it can't.
Oh, gotcha. That is a tree there.
Yeah.
Can't quite get in there.
Those darn trees.
Curse the trees.
Checking along the side there.
I don't quite think
short.
there's some barricades there. Don't quite think that's gonna.
Yeah, hounds are pretty low to the ground, and with those battlements blocking the way, and like just the walls from the bridge set can block line of sight for hounds. So I don't know.
Dysole is gonna go ahead and say that's good.
That's kind. Maybe she's baiting. Oh, but Sir Heroscape doesn't get the autocannon because he just used attack bonding.
So that guy should. Well, hold on.
Yeah, that shouldn't have happened.
Cannot use autocannon specials this turn.
Yep. Well, we can just call the game there. Sir Heroscape cheated. It's a travesty.
Big old cheateroonie. How dare he?
Big old oof on his part. All right. Sir Heroscape did also kill the other hound that he was targeting with that string of attacks. So, I mean, that's an extra kill that he shouldn't have had. Arguably 2, because he got 2 attacks with the autocannon with the trooper that he didn't move.
That said, like, it's kind of writing on the walls. There's 2. At that point, there would have been, like, maybe 3 hounds left.
Yeah, and I mean, like, and even if Sir Heroscape hadn't gone for the autocannons, he could have developed differently. He still would have had an attack of 5 with the trooper that was engaged, and probably would have killed that hound anyway, especially the way dice have been rolling tonight. Yeah, I don't like, of all the factors influencing this game, that was one of the smaller ones.
Yeah, like, and plus, I can't really blame Sir Heroscape. These are customs, like, they're not as used as often, etc., etc.
Yeah. And like I said, troopers kind of have a lot going on their card too. Kind of like the Death Commander Mark III that we saw. They're a little bit better, but it's still a lot of stuff to remember on one card.
Yeah, man, wall of text. We just need to remove some text from cards a little bit. Just a little bit.
Make a slimmed down version of cards.
Oof, yep, and there's initiative roll of 5 for Dysole.
Oh, but I really want the Hound of Baskervilles to win. Or Marden Bars. I like the Marden Bars, too.
Marden Bars. What a good one.
I mean, we can say safely that Dysole has been winning the moral victory with her punnery.
Yes, the moral victory has been won by Dysole.
she has the high ground.
If Sir Heroscape would have been using puns, like
Then
maybe
we'd
I
be
would have
okay
been,
with this.
yeah, maybe I would have been a little bit more biased, but whatever, it's fine. That's all you need to do to win my biasness is to be silly when you play Heroscape.
Just make her laugh, and you got his heart.
That's right.
Going in for one. I don't know if he's going to go with a melee attack. Probably autocannons here.
I
If he's
think
doing
I would.
autocannons, I don't know why he moved.
Yeah, I think I would have just went for the attack of 5.
Yeah, he might be doing one attack of 5, but if he's doing autocannons with one, he needs to do autocannons with both, as I figured out. So it makes more sense to move the one in the north down to take a shot down, and then to get 2 attacks with the other one by having it stay in the same place. I mean, these are pretty minor points at this point of the game, but...
Yeah, 2 Martin Hounds are going to have to do quite a bit to catch up in this game.
Yeah. Hey, but it's possible.
It's possible.
Turns out this game is still another hour long.
Oh boy. Wouldn't that be a twist?
Yeah, don't check the timestamp because you don't want those spoilers.
Yeah, now what we need to do is put an extra hour of like music.
Just blank footage at the end.
Yep. No, we need to get the footage of Detective Pikachu doing that dance
There you
that
go.
he does. Fill in the gap there.
I dig it. I'd be down with that. I'd be more down with that if it wasn't gonna be such a big factor on my editing.
Oh, come on.
Hey, I'm a lazy editor.
I think everybody's a lazy editor.
Fair. We just need to hire somebody.
That's right. We just need to hire somebody.
All right, another failed plague roll. Yeah, not looking great for Dysole at this point of the game. Just kind of playing it out. Hey, might get a kill here.
Might get a kill.
Not
Doesn't.
Yeah, 3 defense plus tough is just like bonkers.
It's pretty good. That's why Shieldsmiths are so good.
Because they have 5 defense?
Oh, they don't have tough. I'm thinking of Mogrim. Mogrim has tough.
Oh, yeah. Mogrim's tough. But there's the final attack of 5 against 6, 3 skulls versus 1 shield.
A mildly risky play of trying to pick up the glyph twice.
Yeah, I mean, like, but for reals though, it wasn't really that risky. I don't think it was necessary. I wouldn't have done it.
Also, that round where she put all of her.
Okay, yeah, that was a more risky play. That
was pretty risky.
Yeah, the treasure glyphs was mildly risky. That should not have spiraled like it did. Putting 3 order markers on an almost dead Quahan that was really close to Gorilla Troopers, that one I can disagree with. But I mean, like, that's a good point from Dysole, though. If Quahan takes out 4 gorillas, the Hounds on average take out the rest. But math was not on her side tonight.
See, Dysole did something to offend the Lords of Chaos because they were not happy.
Yogg-Saron was displeased.
Displeased indeed. And yeah, Sir Heroscape definitely was on the disadvantage in this matchup. But if I've learned anything from Sir Heroscape, is that doesn't mean anything because somehow he has mastered the ways of math. Because
Has he mastered it, or has he just rejected it?
Maybe that's what it is. Because you'd think that Deathwalker 8000 would at least kill a couple of goblin cutters. But no, that's fine. It's cool. Whatever. I'm not salty.
Yeah, not salty about a game that happened 2 years ago.
Yep.
Not at all.
Nope. Mm-mm.
Who would carry that kind of salt?
Sir Heroscape, you know I like you, my dude. Big ol' hearts to you,
Hearts and
friend.
hugs. Hearts and hugs.
But yeah, that was an interesting game.
Yeah, that was something else. Both of the games from this tournament so far have been something else.
They certainly have. Certainly.
But yeah, definitely an enjoyable game. Good play on both sides. I mean, Dysole just kind of spiraled downwards from round 1, but her gameplay, other than me disagreeing with her hound movement as far as plague optimization goes, I mean, she was playing well. She was looking to do good stuff, just took some risks that really, really hated her.
Honestly, like, I agreed with Dysole's game plan with leading with Quahan too, but what you could do is lead with Quahan, cause some chaos, lead the troopers back into your start zone, have the Martin Hounds eat up the rest.
Mm-hmm. Like, especially if her game plan was kill 4 troopers with Quahan, and then Hounds on average kill everything else in the army. then like I'd see that as an excuse to just go more aggressive with Koihan and really go for those kills. Like if she'd gone farther, she could have gotten more attacks against 2 or 3 guerrilla troopers without taking wounds.
That's what makes the first 2 turns not makes a whole lot of sense. I mean, the first turn, but like trying to pick up the glyph the second time doesn't make a whole lot of sense if your game plan was just to kill 4 guerrilla troopers.
Yeah, especially, and again, I'll point this out, the glyph pool matters a lot when you're trying that hard to pick up a treasure glyph. And with only 1 glyph out of 5 really helping to further that plan, I don't think it's worth it. Even just because that not only, has a chance to put a wound on you, it also just kills your momentum when you're trying to get a glyph that's right outside your start zone.
Yeah. But that's just the name of the game. Am I right?
Yeah. The name of the game. Heroes picking up treasure glyph escape.
Yep. Indeed. Anyway, well, that's going to wrap up this game. Mr. Taylor, do you have any final thoughts?
Oh, I got some final thoughts, True. And it's about the world and how beautiful. I was going to try to turn that into a rap, but turns out I'm white. World's beautiful, my dog.
I'll be honest, I'm really glad that you didn't.
Hey!
My final thoughts, I think both players played really well. I think Dysole had some very interesting moves at the beginning, which kind of just
didn't.
Yeah, but Dysole, you won the moral high ground in this because you had the best puns.
Oh yeah, and that's worth a lot.
And one might say maybe those first rounds punished you. Oh, that was a good one. Alrighty, well, that's gonna wrap up our game. If you guys like this kind of content, please like, comment, share, and subscribe for more. And we will see you guys all next week.
Yeah, we will.
Yep. So see you later, guys.
Bye-bye. Love y'all.
Bye. Goodbye now.
Bye now.